Alright guys, and we're back. Now let's see what's in the red chest.
Oh yeah.
A coin? That's not stereotypical at all of Mario. Collecting coins. Hey Luigi, what have you found there? Let's take a look at that. Oh. Oh. It's a fire element medal. Now you can use the fire element. Yes sir, with that you can catch fire elemental ghosts. What's a fire elemental ghost, you ask? Why, they show up wherever there's fire, my boy. They're ghosts of fire itself. You approach a flame, they'll be surprised by your presence and leap out of the air. Then you vacuum them right away. After that you can expel fire with the L button. You can melt ice, light candles, do all kinds of stuff. A meter will appear down at the bottom of the screen, so keep an eye on how much element you have left. You can use the fire element to defeat some ghosts. Keep that in mind.
Oh yeah.
First time I read that, I thought he said, when I first glanced at that quickly, I thought it said Fire Emblem. I was gonna say, oh, well. But yeah. So, sorry for the delay on the next video, guys. It's been, what, like 4 days now? Friday I had technical issues with my computer. And then over the weekend, it was the long weekend here in Canada. So I just, between plans, family, friends, and everything else, just didn't have time to do any recording. Hopefully you guys didn't miss me too much, but here I am. If you guys don't remember where we left off, basically we met this fortune teller. She can see the future of people by touching their old items, and we don't have anything right now to give her, so she's pretty much useless. But if you remember, there was a creepy floating candlestick in this hallway. Now that we have the fire emblem, or element, whatever, we can use it to... Let's try lighting the candles and see what happens. Fire! Fire! Run away! So, he's a butler with a candlestick who's afraid of fire. Well, no big deal. But, let's follow him. See where he goes. And I could easily walk faster than him, but... I don't know, I guess they made him run slowly so that way you wouldn't lose him, but I don't know. And here he goes. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Wow. I really should have done some research on this game before I started. I have no recollection of where to go. What to do. I thought you just follow him and you catch him, but guess not. The cool thing about the fire element is, you see how he shoots flame? If you just tap, he does like a little explosion, so that way you can just harm the guys in front of him. Wait, why am I going back here? Wow, I'm very sorry about this, guys. I guess we'll do a little bit of magic fast forwarding here while I figure out what I gotta do. Well, on second thought, no need for fast forwarding since it was right here. Let's check out the butler's room now. Maybe he's still there. Maybe he's gone back to his post. Probably gone back to his post. Let's check it out anyway. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this game. Maybe I should have picked a game that I was actually good at to show off my skill, but it's okay. Found Mario's hat, and it's been laundered recently. Ooh, at least they're nice ghosts. Do your laundry, help you out. Nope. Go on. There we go. Alright. And so it's interesting how little I knew about YouTube and its community and how far it reached until I actually started talking to people and saying, hey, I started doing this
Oh yeah.
YouTube thing, hopefully it picks up, this and that. I work at a video game store, and surprisingly, there is a very famous YouTuber whose name I won't say because he might not be happy with me saying anything about him, because I have stated that I lived in Canada and stuff, and he might not want anybody to know where he lives, so I won't state a name, but he's very well off and very famous. And his main source of income is YouTube. He deals with all sorts of gaming videos. He buys games from us all the time. He adds stuff to his collection. He buys the new releases. And I just find it interesting. And he's actually a pretty good friend of mine. But I never really spoke to him about it. I just kind of like, oh yeah, he does YouTube. Alright, cool. But I never really spoke to him about like the inner workings of the business and stuff till I looked at it and I was like, hey, I'm gonna give this a try. And we were speaking over the weekend when I was at work. And the thing that interested me the most, that surprised me the most, was how affected he actually was by the YouTube and Nintendo thing.
Oh yeah.
Now, he has games for all systems and he has lots of videos up. But the thing that bothered him wasn't the fact of the lost revenue for Nintendo, because sure, he lost all that money that he made on those Nintendo videos, but he'll continue to make money on his other videos, so it doesn't harm him that much. But more, what bothers him is how Nintendo is actually doing this and how they're hurting the consumer. And I was speaking to other customers and just people coming in, and you know, he was around and some people recognized him and other people just heard us talking about YouTube and they got into the discussion and it became like a little bit of a debate kind of thing, and everybody was stating their opinion, and a lot of people kind of had the same opinion as us, and how, you know, the money is all well and good, but you're more or less hurting the individual more than anything, right? And you're hurting your company image. You're basically making Nintendo look like a greedy, hurtful company, and you understand that, you know, culture and societies changes, and how 20 years ago the internet was barely even existed. 10 years ago the internet wasn't even a big thing, and now pretty much everybody is connected to the internet almost all the time. So to do something like that to your consumers, and to see that a large consumer base is on YouTube and a large consumer base follow these YouTubers or make their own videos, kind of just makes you look like you're really not in touch with the consumers, whereas maybe other companies might be as much, and that's a bad marketing scheme, and you're really hurting the brand image that you've created. And like, one person brought up a very good point to me. He was like, well, if this continues to happen, you'll just see certain YouTubers shift focus from YouTube to maybe live streams or broadcasting on other websites that also do recorded videos, and basically this harms YouTube in the long run. And I don't know, I think I've spoken about it way too much now, actually doing 2 videos on it, but it came up again over the weekend, so I thought I might as well bring it up again here, see if anybody has any opinions on it. Yeah, so here we followed the butler, figured out what exactly to do, and now we're gonna give him a day off from all that hard work he's been doing. Collect these pearls, because, you know, money's good. Money's good. And we got ourselves another key. Oh, that's the key to the room that he was standing in front of. Now, if you remember, that room had some piano music coming out of it. Now, if you noticed, we also picked up Mario's hat earlier, and this fortune teller can tell us the future of certain characters based on the what items they have. So we should be speaking to her about her hat, but we'll find out in the next episode. Stay tuned.